for us, D. Rice is going to make Destiny Rice going to make a difference in the game going into the tournament because we need that leadership and all that. And I think that's what would end up happening in the Southern Miss game. So hopefully the matchups match up really good for us. And we're not completely healthy, but we probably as healthy as we've been. So hopefully we can kind of get through it.
So where is she right now in terms of how did she come out of it and feel?
On Saturday, she was sore. It was funny. She said it wasn't so much the injury that was sore; it was her whole body because we were kind of holding her out. And then today, she looked like she was good. We were still limited her to practice and stuff like that. But I think she's going to play some minutes. I look at it like we play Wednesday. We'll be off Thursday. You play Friday. That won't be that bad, and you'll play Sunday again. It's going to be the Sunday, Monday if we make it there. But to me, at that point, is the mindset. She's a senior, and man, she wants to get to the NCAA tournament. She'll find a way to play. There's no doubt in my mind.
How hard is it, or much more difficult is it to play the 7:30 and be in that slot all day, or do you think that's easy to fan?
No, each team handles it differently. I know when we went to South Al, I didn't like the idea we were playing at 7 o'clock. To me, it just makes a long day. We were there the day before, so you got to try to find things, film, and all that. I don't like it as a coach, but some teams do, and I thought we played really good at South Al when we went over there, so I'm hoping that. But it just makes a long day for all the players and all that. We just got to find a way to, maybe show film in the morning and kind of get them through the long day. And then, it depends. It's I don't know. In the past, it hasn't been that easy to do that.
Coach, obviously, I know the Sun Belt Conference tournament can be a completely different animal than the regular season, but opening against a team that you've beaten twice and played well against both times, does that give you any extra confidence?
I don't know. Sometimes, Kevin used to say that, you beat somebody twice, watch the third time, so that's always kind of a scary feeling because we've been lucky in that situation on the other way where we get beat twice and then the third time we're able to get that win. But Arkansas State's a really good team. I'm not sure if Izzy's playing or not. I know she's injured, and I maybe try to play her like we're doing with D. Rice. But I think she makes a big difference. So, we practiced this morning preparing for them, and I feel like we have a great game plan. I think we're a good matchup against them, and if we can slow them down on the offensive side, I think we'll be fine.
Well, you just learned the lesson that previous games don't really mean a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm always learning, Kev. I really appreciate that. No, it's true, yeah.
We all learn that.
Yeah, no, yeah. And you got to kind of remember that, hey, every game, that's why you play the game. It's like, it's not so much about what happened the game before, it's about what's going to happen right now.
So, Friday night, it seemed like it was Saturday, but Friday night was emotional. It was an emotional win. Y'all were hyped up. But what does that do for y'all mentally going into this?
I think it was like so much easier. After the South Al game, that practice the next day was kind of tough. But then you get a win like that, and you get into practice. We took a couple of days off. We get into practice this morning early, and you just saw a different kid. They're more excited about, hey, we just got this win. Can we build on it? And I think that's the big thing. When they motivate themselves, and we always talk about a player-led team. When you win those kind of games, they seem to lead themselves better, so hopefully it can continue. The good thing about the tournament is you lose, you're gone, so you don't have to deal with the loss. You just keep winning and you keep winning, and it keeps motivating these young kids to continue to play hard.
A lot of times during the regular season, coaches say it's about you. But does that turn a little bit here in the tournament where it's about the other team as well, how you guys match up with it?
We do. What's good about it, the only team we didn't play was Georgia State this year. So we have scouts on them, and, our coaches have done a great job of preparing our young kids. So they both, it's a combination. To me, it's a lot easier in that standpoint. But, it's, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure. It's like, it's still, to me, about us. We can't adjust to what they're doing if we're not good at it. So we got to try to make sure that we're doing the things that we do well, like trapping screens and, maybe switching on 1 through 4. We talk about different ways that we can defend instead of trying to create something. We're not very good at trying to create something that we're not good at. Why waste our time? We're good at guarding different guards and kind of keeping the ball out of their hands, and we're probably one of the best in help defense. taking charges and all that. And we're getting better blocking out. We're not perfect, but we're getting better. So hopefully that carries over. That was one of the focuses today was, hey, if we're going to do the little things, we got a chance. If we don't do the little things, we don't have a chance.
Y'all use the pressure game a lot, obviously. But Southern Miss had some effectiveness with the pressure game against you. How does that correlate, since you logically you would think your guys would be familiar with handling the press since you.
No, I think it's opposite. If you know, most of the teams that really press and they're really good at it, they don't handle the press really good. And you can blame, for me, you blame me for us not doing it because we don't work on it as much because we're pretty good at not getting pressed, and we did not focus on that for preparing for Southern Miss. We prepared for more of the half-court game and all that, and they did a good job. I thought they did a good job. We did not do a good job of adjusting. A lot of times, if you notice, they would press when D. Rice would go out. So they knew that it might help them a little bit, and that's one of the things that we need to continue to work on is getting everybody else more comfortable. But yeah, you're right. I mean, you would think that it would be the other way, but it's not. Most of the teams that like to press and all that, if you don't really work on pressing, because we have scout teams that'll run the press break and all that. We used to, switch them over and make them go on both ends, offensive and defensive side. We don't really do that as much anymore, and probably got to go back to that.
How do you balance being rested versus being ready?
That's hard, man. You just look at each individual. D. Rice's IQ is so high that I have confidence in her that she don't have to practice. Like we make her touch, like today, we made her touch the ball. We made her shoot. She ran the offense a little bit, minimal on the defensive side because she's so good defensively. So yeah, but you still got to get them involved. But that's a tough one. Then you got a young kid like Yanaya, and if she's hurt a little bit, you have to put her in there because she doesn't know. I mean, if you don't get the reps with her, she's not going to be prepared. So you can talk about it all you want. Like D. Rice, you talk about it and she'll do it. A lot of, the younger kids cannot. You can't talk about it and it doesn't work.
So how similar was your defensive approach in the second game against Arkansas State in the first one? And how much did they change to try to adjust to what y'all did to them in the first game and the second game?
I thought they did a better job of getting Lizzie the ball. I mean, she took a lot of shots. It just didn't go in. I know her fingers were bothering her. So you can't really go by. I mean, if she wouldn't have been hurt, man, I'd have been kind of scared. She could have scored 20-something. I think she ended up with 14 that game. But I think we frustrated her more the first game. And in the second game, we made her work hard. We didn't frustrate her as much. And I think the team was looking for – I think they screened – the best thing to do is if we didn't have the ball, screen with her. Instead of coming off a screen, go screen and pop. And they did a little bit of that stuff like that. And we knew that it was going to happen, but it's harder to guard. It's really hard to switch unless you switch up, And I didn't think at times we did a good job. And she got some open looks. She just didn't make all those open looks. And, I think the first game, more people got involved other than Izzy. I mean, we frustrated her, but, you had Pendleton that got involved, and the big girl, I mean, she scored. And so it made it a little bit tougher. 15, I mean, she can shoot it too, and she got some, I mean, I think she had 3 threes. So, and this time around, we knew about her, so we kind of guarded out a little bit more on her, so I think that helped.
So what's the fear that they could do differently?
I think they're gonna go small. I think they're gonna go, instead of having a big girl inside, they're gonna move 15 that can shoot the ball and make our 5-player guard out. And what we're gonna do is just match it. We'll go small. That's what we decided that this morning. So, if they do that, when they put 15 in the post, and then they're gonna try to pop her out, if our regular post don't do as great a job as going out and guard. And so what we'll do is go a little bit smaller and just match up and put Ash in there and let her go guard her and stuff like that. So it's going to be a little chess game, I think. But, I think at the end of the day, just you make adjustments and you keep it simple. It's not going to be complicated. It's not something that we haven't done before. So I think it should be good.